Hi, this is Ingram.
And this is Atia.
And it's the Ingram and Atia boxing show.
Alright now.
Okay, we're going to review the fight between Bryant Jennings and Artur Szpilka. Atia, do you want to start or should I?
No, I'll start because you'll probably have more to say than I do.
Okay, go
ahead. But actually it was a fantastic fight. I enjoyed watching that fight. And what I like about Bryant Jennings is that he is a thinker. And he strategized through that entire fight. He kept his cool. He kept his head on his shoulders. And he fought a good fight. And I have to give it to, what's his last name?
Artur Szpilka.
Okay, Spritzer. Arthur?
Spritzer, yeah. Artur Szpilka.
Okay.
Let's call him Arthur.
Okay, Arthur. Well, I had to give it to Arthur because he fought a good fight. He looked off balance the majority of the fight, but that's because Bryant Jennings was fighting a really good fight, strategizing, calculating his shots and everything. So I enjoyed it tremendously. It was a good fight.
Okay, taking into consideration now, Spritzer, we're going to call him Arthur. Arthur was fighting from a southpaw style, so that means that they lead with the left hand. The left hand is their big punch, whereas orthodox fighter this way, so their right hand is their lead, is their big punch. The left hand is the other way around. So anyway, it's very. First of all, I want to make this point for those who've never been in the boxing ring beforehand. I've got to make this clear that it is a difficult proposition to fight a southpaw. Because although the straight right hand is the best punch to a southpaw, because a right-hander is used to blocking maybe the left hand and the right hand in a certain fashion, it's a different angle that the southpaw's coming with the left hand, and your feet can get tangled up. And for me, I thought Bryant Jennings, and despite the fact he's only boxed for 5 years now, he showed a lot of technical ring craft, which was, you've got to give him a lot of credit for that.
Absolutely.
Spritzer, we knew, or Arthur, we knew, was a big puncher coming into the fight, you know, with a big knockout record. A lot of the Polish fans were telling me before the fight that Arthur was going to knock Jennings out. I could never see that happening because for me, I know Jennings is a mover, and the other thing about Jennings is he puts his punches together. And I've said this before, and people may laugh at me, and I think they may start to take me a little bit more seriously. Bryant Jennings reminds me of Evander Holyfield. Now the thing about Holyfield is that, remember, Holyfield was an all-out fighter. He didn't spend a lot of time in defense. Holyfield was prepared to take 2 or 3 punches to land his own. That was his philosophy. Bryant Jennings is more of a calculated fighter. Yes, so for Bryant Jennings, he puts his punches together, but he's more thinking about putting his punches together. And he's more defensively responsible. Whereas Evander Holyfield, if you look throughout his career, he wasn't as defensively responsible. So when you are a defensively responsible fighter, you are thinking about, well, if I throw this punch, there's a possibility I could get caught with a punch. Yeah. Now, I don't want to throw this punch and leave myself open for a counter punch. To calculate that all up, and also do that against a southpaw, that you've got to give him credit for that.
I think Bryant Jennings box like people play chess. Like good chess players play chess, Bryant Jennings box that way.
Yeah, well, he will get criticised, like Lennox Lewis will get criticised, like Vladimir Klitschko gets criticised, like Floyd Mayweather gets criticised. Boxing fans, not boxing connoisseurs, there's a difference. Boxing fans like to see 2 guys get a ring and just hell for leather. They like that. Alright, knocking one another out. They like that. Don't get me wrong, Gatti, Ward, those are great fights. Morales, Pereira. People love that sort of just getting there and just punch living daylights at one another. But for people who are boxing connoisseurs that want to see somebody set up the jab, throw the right hand, get the left hook in. And you saw with Bryant Jennings, he threw good body shots. At one point, Arthur got dropped by a very, very good body punch. It seemed to be, and the thing about the body punch he got hit with, again, he was relaxed when he took the shot. I don't think he even expected the body shot to come.
Wow.
Because he was in the clinch, came out the clinch, you watch his body, it kind of relaxed, and then Jennings hit him with a shot. And that, it took the wind from out of him. But give Arthur credit, he got up.
Yes.
And I can tell you, for about round 7, 6, 7, Artur looked knackered.
Yeah.
He looked knackered. He really did. But his heart and his guts kept him in the fight.
We got to give him credit
until the 10th round, where he decided to get brave. Now you see, he got brave and wasn't defensively responsible, and went out trying to throw all these punches against someone like Jennings, who was taking his time, you know, blocking the shots. He could saw the punches coming, so he knew when to throw the left hook or the right hand. My criticism with Jennings at times was that his punches were getting smothered, so he may land 1 or 2 punches, but with Evander Holyfield, his punches were crisp. He'd throw 1, 2, 3, 4. So he put his punches together in 4s and 5s. If Jennings can learn to put his punches together in 4 and 5 bursts, punches together, he'll be a very exciting fighter. The thing is, again, he was fighting a southpaw, so you've got the feet that are crossing over and the other dynamics to go with that as well. So it did make for a great fight. Bryant Jennings against another guy who, you know, is an orthodox fighter as well. We'll have to see what he does then. But there was just shades, again, little glimpses of someone like Evander Holyfield. Holyfield, a small heavyweight as well. A similar height to Bryant Jennings and similar dimensions to Jennings as well. You know, I think if Jennings can learn to put his punches together more often and be less of a thinker and get his punch off, there were moments in the fight where Jennings would come out and really look to take the fight to Artur. When he dropped Artur, when he came out next one, that was really good. He tried to get on top of him, but couldn't get him out of there. Again, that again is to Arthur's credit. So,
well, you know what though, the round, it was the 10th round when he knocked him out.
Yeah, beautiful left hook.
Yeah, but the interesting thing is, it was his corner who said, "Look, he's going to take the fight. You're going to lose. He's going to steal the fight from you if you don't go there and take him out now." He went in there and took him out then.
You see, now the other thing is, a lot of credit has to go to the corner of Bryant Jennings.
Absolutely.
Jennings has been boxing for 5 years, and not a lot of people talk about Fred Jenkins, but Fred Jenkins is a very, very, very good trainer, very good established trainer in Philadelphia, and I think he needs to get a shout out. So Fred Jenkins, big shout out to you.
Shout out to you, great job.
Big stuff going on there. I think when you listen to trainers in the corner, you hear a lot of trainers say, "You gotta go out and get him. You gotta go out and get him." But if you listen to Jenkins as a trainer was telling Jennings specific instructions: put your punches together, 2 to the body, 2 to the head. So he was telling him put his punches together. So what can Bryant Jennings take away from this fight? Well, he can punch. A lot of people said he can't knock a big guy out. Well, we don't know what Jennings can do against a guy who's done mentions of 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", the giants in the heavyweight division. We don't know what he can do there, but we certainly know, guys, his own dimension or his own height, you know, he's got no problems with that. We're yet to see what Jennings can do against a real tall heavyweight, and if he's got any aspirations of being heavyweight champion in the world, eventually, or soon enough, he'll have to fight a tall heavyweight. Now, because people haven't seen much of Jennings fighting on the inside, in my mind, Jennings is a very smart man, and the interviews I've done with Bryant Jennings, he's a very calculated man. I would not be surprised if Bryant Jennings can fight against tall heavyweights, and is able to fight against tall heavyweights, because, look, he'd only fought one southpaw before tonight, and he pulled that off very well. I would not be surprised if Jennings has got the ability to get inside and fight a tall heavyweight. I'm sure Fred Jenkins and the team of Bryant Jennings would be thinking about that and considering that, and probably already have considered that, but have avoided taking on any tall guys. Either they're avoiding taking on the tall guys because Jennings isn't very good against tall fighters, or they're keeping that little thing tucked up behind their old, you know, keeping it secret. I don't know. But I would go with the latter, in the sense that I think that Jennings probably can fight against tall fighters. And the thing is, he's got the speed and he's got good footwork. And really, it's not about it's about footwork and being able to get in and get out. And I noticed a lot. Jennings was able to catch punches on the gloves and then catch and then counter. And even when he was on the ropes, being able to slip and slide. So all those things are very good. Again, my concern about Jennings as well, the only other concern I got Jennings against a big, physically big heavyweight, will he get bullied? you look at when Evander Holyfield fought Riddick Bowe the first time, and Holyfield tried to go toe to toe against a man that was 2 stone heavier than him. Holyfield has shown a lot of heart, a lot of guts, but Bowe was the bigger man, the physically stronger man, and a lot of people don't give credit for. Bowe was great on the inside. Now, Artur wasn't very good on the inside, and he wasn't a very good inside fighter. So what he, like I said, what he was good, all the stuff he could do was on the outside. Once Jennings was up close, that's where Jennings did his best work. So we know that Jennings can fight on the inside. He's got a decent inside game.
Also, I didn't think Artur wasn't as much of a thinking fighter as Bryant Jennings is.
Well, he was a hooligan.
What's a hooligan?
Well, he was a football hooligan before he got into boxing. His whole backstory was that he was caught in having a brawl as a hooligan, and some guy said, "Well, come along and come and become a part of the boxing."
What is a hooligan?
Well, those guys in the football when a football match is on, and they decide to start a fight.
You mean a hoodlum?
Hooligan, yeah.
Hooligan, what's his? I don't know.
Just a hoodlum, yeah, a hoodlum.
Okay,
yeah.
in America, I guess they say hoodlum.
Like a gang, basically.
That's like a hoodlum.
Yeah, okay.
Y'all call them hooligans?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, all right, fine. Yeah, but anyway, that's his backstory, and
But he was kind of like,
he's a brawler. He's not. He's a brawler.
Yeah, that's exactly.
He's
what
a brawler trying to box a bit, rather than a boxer brawler. See, now Jennings is a boxer who could brawl.
Okay.
Right, but his mentality is to box. Play it safe.
And he's a very. I thought.
He's a boxer. He's what you call a boxer. Yes.
He's very technical.
He's a boxer puncher.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So that's the term.
It was a great fight, and although it came on at 11 o'clock at night and I was tired and sleepy, I still want to see the fight because I've seen Bryant Jennings, and I know Ingram has interviewed him and talked to him for several times, so I definitely, and I want to give a shout out to you, Bryant Jennings. Great job.
Yeah, massive shout out to Bryant Jennings again. It's just great to know when you interview people and you see them
eating
on the way up in the division, and they're moving the way up. As a boxing fan, first and foremost, you know, watch a guy building his career, and you can be a part of that journey. It's a great thing, and now to see Bryant make his HBO debut, fantastic, great stuff for him.
That is really good.
So, on a very serious note, congratulations, Bryant Jennings, and it's onward and upward. A lot of people would want to see him fight Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder does carry the big punch. Wilder's yet to get hit back on the chin, and Jennings has got a very good inside game. How he does against a taller opponent, again, we don't know. But if Jennings gets inside, I can see him doing a lot of damage to Deontay Wilder. But if Deontay Wilder keeps him on the outside, which is behind a good jab, and again, Bryant Jennings he's pretty quick. He's got good footwork.
Yeah.
So that would be an interesting fight. I'm not sure if that fight's going to happen anytime soon.
What about that other fight? The one that just got pulverized? Bronner?
That's enough.
Okay.
You're ruining it. Listen. So, yeah. Back to my point. So Bryant Jennings wins 10th round knockout TKO.
Yeah.
Great finish.
Great fight.
And all the best to Bryant Jennings.
Absolutely.
And look forward to trying to get an interview with him soon.
Yeah.
The new star for HBO.
And this time, Bryant, don't be eating.
We're out.